So Paula, do you like the practice of gift giving?
Of course I do. I love receiving gifts. I love giving gifts. But personally, I like reusing materials when I give gifts to my loved ones.
We're gonna share with you some tips on how we can actually reuse some old ribbons, old yellow pages,
newspaper.
We'll begin with the ribbons. I actually discovered this. So we've got wrapped gifts over here already. If you look at it closely, it looks like it's a new ribbon. You bought it from the store or something. But actually it came from another gift that was given to me. It's good, well and good if you have the time to pack them away neatly. Like what you do, you use
what I
tissue
do is
paper.
when the tissue paper is finished, so you're left with the roll, right?
The roll, yeah.
I don't throw that away. That's where I put my ribbons.
Yeah.
I wrap them in tissue paper rolls and I arrange them by color or by design. And that way it's so easy for me to reuse them again.
I actually discovered another way. I was thinking one time that flat iron for the hair is sensitive enough to handle your sensitive hair because hair can easily break. So I was thinking, if I use it on ribbon, it might not really burn. I tried it once and it worked. So this is what you do.
This is a great tip.
This is the old ribbon and you see it's a bit crumpled in some parts. What you can do is use the flat iron, run it by the ribbon. It's going to take the creases away. I actually got this from a magazine. It is a painting. It's an artwork. And then I cover the back with craft paper. So whatever craft you have, our tip is to reuse old books, magazines, yellow pages, whatever paper you have lying around in the house.
You can also use washi tape instead of regular Scotch tape
to
seal your gifts. It would look cute if the paper you're using is plain.
Yes.
Because then the washi tape designs would stand out.
First with the ribbons, second with the wrapping paper, and third, we're gonna talk about tagging. Useful thing. This is very easy. This is what I did like last Christmas. If you look at the tags that we have here, this is just plain watercolor paper. This one is really a tag maker, so you can make a circle with it.
It usually comes in round or sometimes in a bag tag shape.
It comes in different shapes. I'm not sure where you can find it here, but I got mine when I was in the States. So maybe if you scout around, you'll know where to get them.
Some
and you'll
craft
probably
store actually sell.
You can probably give us tips on where to go for those things. So this is watercolor paper and I have watercolor here. And what I did for this was actually mix two techniques, and one is stamping and then second is do watercolor. Watercolor is very easy. I use the technique wet on wet. This is a watercolor pen and it's different because the water is actually inside, so it's very handy. You have to apply water without any color first on the page. It's called wet on wet for a reason. You're gonna wet the page and then you can begin getting whatever color of your choice. The more you do that, the more it bleeds on the wet part. And it already looks very pretty, right? It's really up to you if you want to do calligraphy with a watercolor. This is one technique that's very easy to do. You started with the ribbon, how to wrap it, and then the tagging. Other ways to tag it, I mixed calligraphy with wet on wet technique. I also have just initials. This one is using regular stencil. So maybe you can invest in, there are lots of cheap ones out there. Like
in bookstores.
Yes. If you don't like to use your old ones, you can also invest in like yarns.
Yarns.
You know, to be different, just
jute
use
strings.
Yarns, jute strings. The ideas are endless. I'm pretty sure that you have more. And we'd love to hear from you at the comment section below. And next time, we hope to see you again for another episode of At Home with Rica
and Paula.